Welcome to another episode of Popcorn and Root Beer. Today we are diving into the VMAs. That is the MTV Video Music Awards, from Kalshi cuts to Mount Rushmore. We have tailored it all to you, the music fan. I'm excited. Let's get to it.
Grab your popcorn, dim the lights. It's movie time, we're taking flight. From the silver screen to your earbuds here, we're diving deep, so lend your ear. Action, drama, comedy, gold. Stories fresh and classics old. We'll break it down, scene by scene, from indie gems to Hollywood dreams. Roll the credits, let's begin. Talking movies, where do we fit in? Heroes, villains, twists and turns. The love for cinema always burns. Roll the credits, it's time to see what makes the movies magic for you and me.
Welcome, one and all, to the best entertainment show on the internet, and I won't apologize for saying it. I am your host, Steve Lawson, and with me today, you may be noticing it's a sausage fest this week. And that is because Trash, unfortunately, had to take the week off, and we brought Boss Man in to fill her shoes. That is the man who does not believe in gravity, I found out. Seth Woolcock. Seth, what's going on?
Hey Steve, great intro. I'll give you your flowers for that. I do not believe in gravity. You know, you can always defy it, as we were once told in that movie with the green person.
That movie with the green person just shows you exactly what we're dealing with here this week. And I was really scraping the bottom of the barrel, but someone who never scrapes the bottom of the barrel, he is from the place with the worst kind of pizza in the world, but I do not believe he believes it's the best pizza. Jake.
Ooh.
Are you a deep dish pizza fan?
No, it's not.
Thank
I
you.
wish people did not refer to it as Chicago pizza. Our pizza is tavern style. It's way better. If you come to the area and you are dying to have deep dish, I have places that I can take you that are better than what people know about. But I'd rather just go to my local dive bar. The pizza is better there than any deep dish pizza anybody's gonna have at any point.
What is tavern style pizza for those who may not know, like me?
Yeah, it's basically just super thin crust, sauce, your toppings, and then specifically you have to cut it in squares.
Tastes like it came from a bar in a good
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of fuck with that. I like that a lot.
It's the best version of a frozen pizza. It's a frozen pizza, but made fresh.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Gives that DiGiorno kind of vibe
thinner.
a bit.
I'm talking like Jack's Pizza.
Well, have you ever had DiGiorno thin crust? It's actually pretty good. I like it. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
No free shoutouts. Sponsor us, DiGiorno.
I actually have decided that I'm doing exclusively free shoutouts, except for this one that I'm about to do, because we have to pay the bills up in here. So I just want to take 1 second before we dive into anything else and promote a site called Whatcha Parlay. Whatcha Parlay creates fun and exciting competitions that connect people. They embody the joy of winning, the heartbreak of almost winning, and all the other emotions you will experience during the competition. It is from the brains of two former Kansas State college football players. It is all about stacking legs, competing with real sports lovers like you, like me, and to a lesser degree like Seth. Download the app for iOS and Android and get a 100% match bonus when you use the code IBT. That is IBT, the letters, not anything else that you could possibly spell it like, at sign up. You get a 100% match bonus at Whatcha Parlay. The link is in the episode description. How'd I do, boss man? Did I earn us that paycheck this week?
Hey, pretty good, Steve. It's week 0 of college football. Kansas State will be in action over there in Dublin. So very excited about that. And also
we sent K-State over to Dublin. Is that not an act of war? That just feels rude.
Well, I mean, last year we sent your Florida State Seminoles and they got
off of an undefeated season. That was pretty nice
by Georgia Tech, but
we lost by a touchdown.
I feel Tech, you got smoked.
Yeah,
if you lose to Georgia Tech, you get smoked.
Georgia Tech was good last year. We were not good, but I will also say Georgia Tech was also pretty good last year. You know, this is not the program that we normally talk about on this program, but I will defend Florida State on any and all programs. Also, I want to let our listeners know that this is the only remaining R-rated show on IBT. True. So we do get to let our freak flag fly a little bit.
Except for Seth. If I even get the inkling he's going to swear, he's just going to get real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Jake. Shut the. Oh, you missed it. Oh, delay.
It's a lot. The button's pretty far away. It was a long reach. I got to prep for it. I wasn't prepped.
I'm so trained now to not swear, Steve, that I even like bleep myself there. I just left a blank.
Yeah,
in
you
between
did.
there. So
You did.
I gotta get the cursing back on. And yeah, then dude, the VMAs, like I'm excited for this one. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I think everyone, you know, old, young, man, female, somewhere in between, like I think everyone enjoys the VMAs.
They have been going on for a long time, and we are going to get into so much VMA talk. We're going and we have a bunch of segments. Kalshi cuts, we're doing the VMAs.
Yep.
Mount Rushmore, doing VMAs. And then hear me out. We're going to do a little bit of a different thing, but we are sticking with the musical world. We'll be discussing some singers in that. I am super excited for that. But our bread and butter here on Popcorn and Root Beer is movies and TV. And we want to make sure that we don't let down our audience in that regard entirely and forget about them. So it's time for us to chat a little bit and catch up as friends do. What have you guys been watching lately? Jake, start us out.
So I was telling you guys before the program today, finally got my wife to watch Starship Troopers, unironically a top 5 movie of all time. We'll die on that hill and will not that hill. You can't just watch it for what's going on. You have to pick up all of the hidden meaning, like anti-fascism meanings going on in the background there. But past that, I got to be honest with you guys. And my wife and I watched The Hunting Wives.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a phenomenal show.
What is that?
It's very much like redneck softcore porn on Netflix.
It's like Duck Dynasty, but a little bit R-rated. Is that what you're telling me?
Is Duck Dynasty softcore porn?
Well, I mean, I depends how you think of old style down there. I don't
think
know.
of it more like Real Housewives in rural Texas.
I can
and they're
get down with that.
like half of them are lesbians.
Oh,
or bisexual.
okay. Yeah, I'm in.
But
I'm
also,
in.
unironically, really good story. We really enjoyed watching it. We're ready for season 2. We're out here.
Nice. Seth, what have you been watching?
Yeah, man. So Survivor season 50 next spring. We got 49 kicking off here soon. And ever since we launched the Survivor betting article last spring over at in-betweenmedia.com, can't get enough of it. So I've been binging Ghost Island recently. They didn't have kind things to say about this season. I kind of enjoy it. I think it's a good little rip. And on Friday night, we didn't finish it, but we do have maybe like 30 minutes left in Empire Records, a movie from the 90s that the fiance found, and we fired up. And, you know, quirky, goofy little 90s action in there. Some things don't really line up, but a good time nonetheless. So Empire Records, Steve.
And you didn't finish it. That drives me. That's a crazy statement to make to me. Like,
it was like 11:30, you know, I'm starting to fall asleep in the chair, and like I always fall asleep in the recliner. It just happens when you get to this age, man.
What this age? You're younger than both me and Jake. And
Jake, do you fall asleep on your couch or recliner often as well?
I was going to say couch, yes. I don't own a recliner, but if I did, I would fall asleep in it every day.
Yeah,
it's half the reason I don't own one.
During a movie, you fall asleep?
Dude, my movie theater has the recliners with the heated seats, cooled seats, and massagers. I can't turn half the shit on because I will fall asleep in the movie that I paid for.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I will tell you what I've been watching lately, and it's actually a two. It's a twofer. I couldn't pick between them. I did see Weapons. Incredible.
Heard great things. Still need to see.
Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
What a theater experience. People clapped, which I'm not a huge fan of. Like,
but you got it. But you got it for this one.
Like, I got it. You usually sometimes I haven't seen too many claps lately, but Fantastic Four, Superman, and Weapons all got claps.
Did Wicked get claps?
Wicked got claps, but that's because theater kids show up and they clap during.
Sure.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
after each musical number, they're clapping after each number.
Sing.
No one sang because it was like,
Thank
I went
God.
on opening night the first time. Like, you would have been murdered right there on the spot. Like, there was an understanding amongst us.
Get that shit out of here.
I've also, and it just ended, and I'm sad because it was a wonderful show and it ended far too early. Resident Alien, big fan, love the whole vibe there. I'm sad to see it go, but all good things must.
Is that like Resident Evil? Is that kind of what like?
It is not. It's actually it's a show about an alien crash lands on Earth, kills a guy immediately, takes his body over, And it turns out that that guy is a doctor in this small little podunk town in the middle of the Colorado Rockies. Needs a new town doctor. So this alien has no idea how to be human, has to learn how to kind of fit into society. Wow. And it's all about him discovering what it means to be human. And he kind of becomes more human throughout the process. It's a wonderful show.
It's a good show.
Is that HBO? It sounds like an HBO show.
It was on USA, or it was on the USA Network or Sci-Fi, I think.
Oh, okay.
But you can find it on Peacock. You can find it on Netflix.
Hulu, Fubo TV, Sling TV, YouTube Premium, Apple TV, and Amazon.
All sorts of things that you can subscribe to, but I'm not pushing their subscription. One subscription I am going to push is our subscription. To all of you listening, all of you watching, all of you who love our stuff or hate our stuff and just want to be reminded when to come on and tell us we're terrible, please like, subscribe, share, comment below. Listen, you won't hurt our feelings. You can try, you won't, but we'll take it under advisement. So please like, share, all that good stuff, and subscribe to the channel because we do it for you, the people. I just feel like Bane sometimes when I like push that, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, like we give it back to you, the people.
I was born in the darkness.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want to lay down some bets, make some money for the people?
Please.
Let's do it. Hit that country music, white boy.
Under the neon lights where the shadows dance, we ride the rhythm, take a chance. Blades of sound slicing through the night. Kalshi cuts, bringing fire to the fight. Kalshi cuts, sharp and clean, carving paths in a midnight dream. Feel the beat, let the echoes rise in the heart of the city.
Oh, I love a good drop. Man, do I love it so much. And Kalshi cuts, Seth, you're an impartial-ish person. Is Kalshi cuts our best drop?
I mean, considering that I was the one who requested country music, I was also the one who cut the video with it, with the Dukes of Hazzard, with Coyote Ugly in it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he likes it. He likes it. It tends to be an earworm. We enjoy it here.
I was gonna say I won't go as far as saying it's our best drop. It's our catchiest drop for sure.
It's catchy as anything. It is catchy as all get out. Guys, the VMAs are Thursday, September 7th at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's at the UBS Arena in New York City. That is not the exciting part. The exciting part is it is hosted by rap legend LL Cool J, who is most well known for surviving a very, very, very deadly shark attack that unfortunately claimed the life of Samuel L. Jackson. No, he's in Deep Blue Sea, Seth.
Well, once he said the Samuel L. Jackson part, I knew we were BSing, but okay. Apologies for being
all right. So we love to lay out on our bets and give you guys the best we got for you. And the VMAs are a big deal, right? We know, and we're gonna get into some of the crazier moments of the VMAs in Mount Rushmore, but we know that winning a VMA, while it seems kind of silly to be like, it's a video music award, like it's for like a music video or whatever stupid thing, that's a real launching point. We saw it launched like Taylor Swift and a lot of new artists come up winning VMAs. Michael Jackson was very excited about his VMA wins back in the day. So this is not like something to just kind of cast aside.
It ain't no Kids' Choice Awards, no.
It's not a Kids' Choice. So you know what, though? Let me tell you something. If I was a celebrity, I'd be thrilled to get slimed.
Oh, yeah.
I would also like to place bets on the Kids' Choice Award if we're being honest. Like I think that would be an interesting market that maybe Kalshi could get it. I mean, hey man, you know that's IBT out here. That's what we do out here.
Steve, I gamble on the color of the Gatorade at the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
We cross that
Those are grown men. Those are grown men playing a game. We're laying down bets on children.
We bet college football every week.
We're betting on SpongeBob. Come on now.
Yeah, there's a lot of minors in college football. Jeremiah Smith was like the best wide receiver in the world last year. He was 17.
Ah, fine.
Ryan Williams,
all right.
Another one.
You've swayed me. You've swayed me. You guys win. Jake, kick us off. What you got for us?
Yeah, this one seemed pretty much like a no-brainer for me. I'm going with Alex Warren to win Best New Artist. The dude, I don't want to say come out of nowhere because he's had a social media presence forever. But I mean, when your budget, your Walmart great value, David Dobrik, like that's what his early content was. And then to be able to transition into music, have an incredible voice like he has, and then you just see kind of the transition, like the not transition, but transcendence that he's had, like performed during the Love Is Blind reunion episode. Jelly Roll's pulling him on stage at Stagecoach. He's getting pulled up at every single one of these like major venues, major events that's going on across the country. His debut album peaks at number 5 on the Billboard charts, goes platinum. Like the way that he's kind of transcended the industry has been really impressive. And when you look at, you know, some of the other nominees for this award, like I just don't know if there's anybody who you can really say the same thing about.
Never heard of any of them.
Yeah,
honestly.
like there's just not a lot past him.
Run through them for those of you who don't know, Jake.
Yep, I am pulling them up right here. Give me 1 second. So for new artist, no, I will not turn off my ad blocker. So you have Ella Langley, country singer, probably most famous for being in a love triangle with Riley Green and Megan Maroney. Gigi Perez, Lola Young, Somber, and the Marias. Again,
Man,
like
that's really this is very depressing because I think I've hit the age, guys. I hate to break the news here.
Same.
I think I hit the age. I have no idea who the actual fuck any of these people are.
yeah, like they're good. I'm sure they're good artists who have good songs, but like one person here is a household name, no one else is.
You know what the problem is? I don't even know if it's an age thing. It's the music I listen to that, like, I never get the best new artist ever. It takes me forever to learn these people because I don't listen to that genre ever, right? Like, I am not big in like the indie pop space.
Yep. I was gonna say that's what you fall into with a lot of these. Like I know Gigi Perez is more of that like indie alternative singer-songwriter type vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you the same thing. You know, singer-songwriter. She's probably got like the most unique voice of the group here. But like again, it just boils down to household name. Nobody knows the other 5. When I looked, I think it was at like 62% of the money going towards Alex Warren. That felt extremely low. Like it feels like this should be like a damn near 95% of the money going to him because it feels that obvious it's going to be him.
Yeah, it's looking like it just raised up a little bit, 72% now too. So Lola Young is the next favorite, and never heard of her either. So and what, Jake, Alex Warren, as someone who also unfamiliar with his game, TikTok guy, right? Like Hype House, is that kind of where he came from?
Yeah, so started with like YouTube. Yep, started with the Hype House. Matt, it was doing like a lot of the prank style stuff. So like when I say budget David Dobrik, like he was accused by people pretty consistently for being like, hey, you're just David Dobrik, but you look different and you're not as rich yet. But like he was on the Netflix show that they did about Hype House. And then he's always been like a musician at heart. And he just like, obviously you hit the point where it's like, oh, I can do this. Like his debut single, he began writing when he was 13 years old and his father passed away. And like, that was his debut single that he released in 2021. He's 24. So he'd been working on the song for 8-9 years before he released his first song. Like he's that like,
Right.
So it's not like he's a guy who just said, oh, I'm famous. I built a, you know,
yeah,
great example of this.
And
like
there's a lot of that too.
Yeah, like the D'Amelio sisters and other people who are super famous on TikTok, all of a sudden started doing music. And it's very different with him. Like he's been a musician his whole life. He's just finally putting out music. And again, just the way like dude in his like first year and a half of doing music performs at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Like I said, gets pulled up on stage at Lollapalooza, at Stagecoach with all of these huge artists. Like Luke Combs is singing Ordinary and pulls Alex Warren on stage to sing it with him. Jelly Roll's pulling him up there. I've seen Post Malone pull him up. Like everybody is pulling this guy on stage because he's that big of a deal already.
Wow.
Well, Seth, you went with a bit more of a household name to just about everybody. Household name in a couple, it varies in terms of how enthusiastic people are about him being a household name, but lay it on us.
Yeah, man, this one is very, very easy. look, so the VMA, they are adding some new categories this year. One of those being best country, and just best country. They have best country artist, they have best country, they have best country video or album as well. So this is more for a specific video. They don't call it that. It's just best country. But I am going with the favorite here. I'm going with the chalk of Morgan Wallen. It is for his song "Smile." The other nominees in this category: Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, Chris Stapleton, Cody Johnson, Carrie Underwood, Megan Maroney, as Jake mentioned as well. And it's interesting because this is one I've been tracking for a little while, since we kind of came up with the concept of doing a VMA show. And it was like almost unbettable a couple weeks ago, where essentially you were just paying too much juice to bet it, where you're like a minus 169 in American odds terms. And now this is closer down to minus 156. So definitely bettable. You're gonna have to lay a little bit. So you're betting about $100. You can win back on $100. 148 is pretty much where you're going. So still paying a little bit of juice here, but look, you go to the country music tab on the charts, for whether it's Apple, whether it's Spotify. I mean, Morgan Wallen has 44 of the top 50 spots. I mean, it's unreal right now. This guy's fans just show up in droves all the time. This is a fan-based award. And looking at the video itself too, it's nothing crazy, I wouldn't say, compared to some of the music videos we had back in the day, I feel like, for country. But at the same time, it's basically a play on, he's backstage with a girl that he likes. Obviously, they're having some type of breakup. I don't know what it is. He goes out on stage, and Caleb Presley, if you guys know him, former Barstool employee, he introduces him. He's supposed to be singing a different song, and he, instead of a happy upbeat song, he chooses Smile, and the girl ends up walking out, during mid show. But just kind of a cool thing. Like you see the producers in the back end kind of freaking out. Girl's an absolute rocket, so I think that helps any music video as well. And I've spent some time with these other videos as well. Not every single one. Am I Okay? I think if you wanted a long shot, Megan Maroney, I wouldn't, hate a sprinkle there. It's a catchy song, good little video. Sure. The one that's really gaining traction, though, Steve, in the market lately has been Jelly Roll, because again, this guy's everywhere too. In his Liar video, Liar's a fine song, but the music video is nothing special. It's just him singing in a busted down living room, maybe a little fire debris going on in there, but it is not a good video at all, I don't think. So I think it's just a way of getting Jelly Roll nominated for another award because people like him. So yeah, it's definitely giving
so for those who don't know, kind of when he got big in the country space, or people started to recognize him as a singer, was a Save Me music video, which was just him, black and white video, just singing his song. And it's very much kind of giving modern day version of that guy. And he yells at himself in the mirror a lot, calling himself a liar, essentially.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
that's a common motif with these kinds of songs, though. I think
Jelly Roll's music video, so since we're talking about the music videos, I looked them up, is the second most viewed of the bunch in just over a year, has 25 million views.
Wow.
Morgan Wallen's in 7 months is at 32 million. If we're going off the music video numbers here,
you just see the videos of the Morgan Wallen concerts and stuff. They're out of control. I am going to keep us moving here. I'll lay down my bet here for Song of the Year. I'm going with Die With a Smile because there really is no other option that even makes sense at this point. This song has dominated the charts for the entire year. It's everywhere. You cannot escape it. You know it. You've heard it a gazillion times. If you're at the grocery store, it's on. If you're at the dentist office, it's on. If you're at the coffee shop, it's on. You hear this all the time. Other nominees for this year, Alex Warren got nominated for Ordinary, Billie Eilish with Birds of a Feather, which that song is just horrendous. Doechie's Anxiety is fine. Ed Sheeran with Sapphire. Gracie Abrams, I Love You, I'm Sorry. Lord, What Was That? I actually like that song. APT by Rosie and Bruno Mars. I like that song too. Tate McRae with Sports Car. In the Weekend, and Playboy Cardi with Timeless. Die With a Smile is far and away the favorite to win this, and it should be. I would have loved to have bet a long shot, but they're not going to win. This is the year of Gaga. It's not even close. This was a collaboration no one knew they wanted until we got it.
Yep.
And the song is phenomenal. It's going to, I said it when it came out. I said this song is going to dominate weddings for like the next decade.
Yeah, it really is. Like you said, I wish like I love you, I'm sorry. It's a great song. Ordinary is a great song. I could see either of those winning. I can't with good conscience say put money on them because of I agree with you. I don't even like Die With a Smile that much. It's not my favorite song off the album. It's a great song.
Comparatively, it's not the best song on the album, even close.
But it's a good song. When you look at the rest of this list, like I feel like we're gonna get yet another video of Billie Eilish just watching all of her friends win awards while she's just there, and you just see her get progressively
the video's
sadder
also
throughout
pretty
it.
cool. Like I like the whole style of the video. I think it's a very neat look. And again, it's Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. What more do you want out of a song? It's like two of the best vocalists of a generation getting together and making some beautiful music. Seth, you just don't seem you seem nonplussed. Are you just not a little monster like the rest of us?
Well, I'll be honest. Again, maybe this is me and kind of living under a rock in some of this, and not super tuned into the pop scene anymore. I actually have never heard this song that I can. Okay, well, maybe I just haven't heard it. But I will say, if you're that confident too, it's a really good line right now. You lay down 100, you're going to get paid out 189, so you're almost getting even money on this. So, and it's continuing to drop actually like by the moment. It was at like 56 earlier today. It's down to 53% chance. So really good odds if you're that certain with it. And, Bruno Mars, timeless. The guy just keeps playing fucking Super Bowl, shows like every year. I mean, can we get someone new? For the love of Christ. I mean,
no, we can't. He's got to pay off his gambling debts.
That's true. That's crazy, right?
Does he actually have crazy gambling debt?
That's why he does a residency in Vegas. It's to pay off his gambling debt.
Super weird. It's a super weird
allegedly. I should just say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Bruno Mars. Allegedly.
Yeah.
But
allegedly.
Real quick, random fact that I do want to point out with this bet. I might have talked myself into being okay sprinkling a little on Ordinary. Of all the songs on here, Ordinary had the longest stretch as the #1 song on Billboard streaming charts this year at 4 weeks.
Really? Well, and you put
the
100
longest stretch.
You put down 100 on that. You're catching out 834. So nearly over 8-1 odds on that. So might be worth a sprinkle, especially if you're going to lay the hammer down on Lady Gaga and Bruno. Steve, if there is a chance you can cash an 8-1 too, might be worth maybe a half unit, quarter unit flyer.
Yeah. Explain what units are for the people who may not be familiar, Seth.
Yeah, so betting units are 1/100th of your betting bankroll. So, for instance, if your betting bankroll is $100, each bet that you would throw out should be $1. At least, like that's where you start. If you're confident in your bet, you up the unit size a little bit. But it's really just to avoid you sinking yourself and sinking your entire bankroll in a couple plays, right? We want to make our money last. We want to have fun while we're doing this, and betting in units, a great way to track yourself and also a great way to just kind of keep yourself in check and, play modestly and smartly, if you would.
Love it. Way to explain it for those like me who may just not be as well versed in the language of betting, but we do have to keep the show rolling. I let Kalshi go a little bit longer than we expected. So let's dive into Mount Rushmore and let's get crazy with it.
Best of the best, mountains in the west, the stories will last, the present and past.
Oh, the VMAs. We cannot get enough of you. Now, we are going to dive into the best moments of the VMAs. Now, if you've been with us for a while, you know that we normally each pick our own Mount Rushmore of 4 things, but this time we Frankensteined it a little bit, and each of us picked one. I picked 2 moments from the VMAs that were the best, the most iconic, if you will. And Seth, I think you have one that may well have launched the biggest star of the 2000s.
But real quick, I'm gonna let you finish. But Seth Woolcock here has the second best take on this whole list here.
Third.
Please tell me somebody gets the references. We play the clip.
We're about to play the clip. Seth, lay it down. Lead us into it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there was a moment back in 2009, and Jake, I do get your reference. It took me a second; it just hit me. But 2009, Taylor Swift first VMA, and of course Kanye West interrupts. It's a tale as old as time, and really kind of launches the villain arc of a young Kanye West. And let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Thank you so much. I always dreamed about what it would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. I sing country music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
You can tell how old this video is because Taylor Swift sings country music in it.
Yeah. Also has the fake Nashville accent still. Like the fake. She's from Pennsylvania. She's not from Nashville.
Well, hey, I got a little country accent up here too, Jake. Easy there. But
yeah,
turn it on. Don't get me wrong. I'm from Illinois. I can get it going, but
I will say too, just the iconicness and kind of speak to that. Not only do you have that like young, very youthful Taylor Swift, like totally different vibe than what it is today. But you also have like Taylor Lautner, who was in a couple movies with her, just kind of chilling out there, like a little bit awkward on the back of the stage. You got Beyonce kind of just with a big reaction. I think that's Pink there that they showed too. Yep. So just a lot of iconic people and kind of a place in time. And I don't think it will ever, really be replaced as maybe the most disrespectful thing to ever happen in an award show. And as you mentioned, Steve, launched arguably or helped accelerate the career of arguably the biggest pop icon of the 2000s.
Yeah, I cannot believe Taylor Lautner didn't do something, right? Like you saw someone jump on the stage and he just stood there and like watched this whole thing happen. Like
supposed to be a hero, bro. Yeah.
Like that's why all his movies where he was the lead flopped. Like that's why no one likes Taylor Lautner. He didn't do shit.
Twilight 2 didn't crush. That one didn't crush.
What?
Twilight 2, that movie didn't crush.
He wasn't the lead. He wasn't the lead. He
was
like
he not the lead in that movie?
You got to remember though, everybody was half the people didn't like him. You were Team Edward or Team Jacob.
True. He was
a secondary love interest in that entire series, that awful series. Jake, what was your moment? What stood out? Because I feel like we're about to see a familiar face.
We are, and it was Kanye's little redemption performance where he debuted his song "Runaway," which to this day I will die on the hill, much like I died on the Starship Troopers hill. Top 10 song of all time, by far Kanye's best song, not even slightly close. Name a song by him that you think is better, and you're wrong. But his performance here, like it just had so much buzz because nobody really wanted Kanye to come back to the VMAs after what he did to Taylor the year before. And then to just put on a performance like this, debut a song, I would argue that is legendary at this point. Like everybody our age, around our age or younger, who has learned piano, has learned the intro to this song. Like this is an iconic song in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Roll the clip. Let's check it out.
So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the ass. Let's have a toast for the scumbags.
Oh, Kanye, you should have changed. You really should change. I would say never change, but you really need to change.
Great song,
because,
to be fair, the things I would do to have that Kanye back again, as opposed to the Kanye we've had for the last 10 years.
Yeah, for real.
I think I'm at the point where Kanye is so annoying to me now. He could just be deleted from history, and I'd be perfectly fine with it.
Well,
I did see a conspiracy theory that he has kind of said himself to an extent. He had to get out of his contracts that he didn't want to be in somehow.
I don't care.
I wouldn't have chosen that route personally.
Should have picked a better way. My official stance is fuck Kanye West. Not a big fan. I got beef with Kanye West, and I love when people beef, and I love when they beef in public. Nothing I love more than a good, messy celebrity beef. And that's why my first pick was So Sweet. Now, I want to give a little backstory here about
Please.
Ms. Nicki Minaj. My community of people, the gays, we all kind of, at some point or another, you wind up going through a weird little Nicki Minaj phase. This moment
Starships.
between
The straights do
Yeah.
too. We
the
we
straights
Yeah,
do
yeah.
a
We've all
bit,
been
but
there.
like
Starships is on the wedding playlist, boys. Just be ready for that.
we'll be ready to dance. I'll be ready to hit the floor. My first moment I chose is when she calls out Miley Cyrus, and oh my god, I just got to play the clip because I couldn't possibly do it justice.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good? Hey.
Unbelievable. My favorite thing about it, it's iconic, number one. Love that. She starts now. Back to, and all of a sudden, the facade drops. And
Right.
she's just like, you, this bitch. And I'm just like, a good this bitch moment warms my little Grinch heart. I love it so much.
With the authority. It was the authority for me, Jake, to just like
Was
you
good.
You can tell she practiced that in front of the mirror a good 15 to 30 times.
But also
Like-
the funniest part of the whole thing to me is like Miley talking shit in the press was basically just saying like, yeah, Nicki's not very nice. And then Nicki does that shit on stage, like kind of proving her point, but also I'm kind of on Nicki's side after seeing that.
I just think it's so iconic to do that. Like in that big of a stage to just attack something, like just not like it, just like call her out. Huge fan. I love when celebrities get messy. Getting messy is amazing and I love it so much. But there is something about being a true icon and creating what is truly the most iconic moment in the history of the VMAs. A moment that was screwed in a recent poll that was put out that said, like, what's the most iconic moment of the VMAs? And Katy Perry's fucking performance of Roar won, as if anyone remembers that. No one remembers it, but everyone who watches the VMAs in any capacity remembers this moment. Lady Gaga performing Bleeding to Death, winds up hanging like above everybody, dead after a rendition of Paparazzi, just covered in blood, after just slaying the house down. Absolute mega star moment in the early career of Mother Monster, who I'm going to see Saturday night in New York City, and I am so very excited. There is no moment in the VMAs more iconic than this moment. It's huge. It was everything you wanted, and no one realized they wanted it. No one knew Lady Gaga was going to do this, and that was the moment I believe Lady Gaga arrived in full, where we were getting the full Gaga experience, where she had established herself. She had multiple #1 hits. She had already landed Paparazzi, Poker Face, Just Dance. She was hitting on all cylinders, it seemed. She could not misstep, and she didn't. Jake, did you watch this? Did either of you watch this live?
I did. I still think Seth might have had the best pick here. If we're talking like true, like transcendent culture, still gets quoted to this day. But if you were saying like best performance at the VMAs, I do think I got to give that one to you.
Yeah, that was just perfect. Go ahead, Seth.
No, I agree. I think it was very epic. I can't, recall if I was watching that live. I think I was, because I remember the Kanye and Taylor thing happening very, very well. But yeah, 100%. And I want to know what the audience thinks, right? Like I want to know what everyone thinks the best, most iconic VMA moments of all time are. Are they on our list? Are they not on our list? We want to hear from you down below in the comments, and make sure if you guys are new to IBT Media that you're following along, you're hitting that subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content.
Yeah. Way to plug it, Seth. I appreciate that you're always in host mode, regardless of what part of the screen you're on. It's just what, that's why
nice
you're the
and
boss,
breezy
right?
over on the right side. Yeah. Nice and
yeah,
breezy.
no, right. You're just chilling and waiting for me to be like, Seth, what do you think? there was some moments that got left off. I mean, there was some that I considered. Britney with the snake singing "Slave for You" was obviously a big one. Madonna making out with
Yep.
Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, that was a big one. I mean,
Miley Wrecking Ball.
Miley's Wrecking Ball, or Miley twerking on
Eminem with the gang of M&Ms.
Eminem with the
real
gang
Slim
of M&Ms
Shady.
was really cool. There was the VMAs usually have something pretty cool happen
Every
every year.
It really does. It's one of the few award shows. There's a lot of them where I watch the performances and I'm like, eh. The VMAs truly does not miss.
It doesn't.
I do have to say though, I mean, the placement of the time and the date this year, I mean, you couldn't have picked a worse time for ratings, right? I mean, you're going right up against the NFL opener. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it's rough.
I'll have it on the second TV. I'll throw it up there, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell you how attentive I'll be other than when I cash the Morgan Wallen bet, we'll be, maybe shotgun and a bush light or two. But other than that, it's a second TV fodder. Sorry about
I will
it.
say, if you cash your second ever Kalshi cut and it's Morgan Wallen both times and they both win,
Let's go.
We will have to shotgun bush lights.
Let's go, baby. I'm ready. September 7th.
Right. Well, you guys ready for bush lights? I'm ready to lay down some hot takes, or more accurately, hear you guys give your off the cuff takes that I'm about to force you to give. Let's get to hear me out.
Maybe nostalgia's got you blind, or maybe I just see it right. I know you wanna shout, but before you shut me down, just hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not afraid to take the heat. Hear me out. I'll die on this hill if I need. You can fight it, you can hate it, but you'll never say I forget. Hear me out. I got hot takes on
Dare to be bold, gentlemen. It is time for Hear Me Out, and we are playing another game because I really love putting you guys on the spot to have to make some bold claims about some really famous people. This week, we're doing music, and I'm going to ask you a series of names, and I want you to tell me if they are a vocalist, a performer, or just famous. Meaning, I'll define it a little bit further. Can they sing? Do they just put on a good show? Or are they just someone that is just famous and so people listen to them?
I'm ready.
Pretty simple.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
And we're going to come out hot, really hot. Jake, you're going to start here and you're going to both of you will give your answers, so don't worry about it. Taylor Swift.
Can
Damn.
it be two?
No, it's one. You got one pick.
I will say I think she is a better songwriter and performer than she is singer. So I have to go performer here.
All right.
Like she's got a phenomenal voice, but she's not like there's 100 singers who are better singers than her. They just aren't Taylor Swift.
Correct. I agree. Seth, what about you?
Yeah, someone who went to the Eras tour with the fiance and was delighted to 4 hours of just absolute awesomeness from. I mean, it's a spectacle. It's a spectacle. It's an event. Like, it's an experience. And for that, I would have to say performer. She's a great singer, but I think her songwriting and just kind of like the overall aura that she has and the ability to kind of create new things on top of other things, I mean, sets podcasting records in her first ever podcast. I mean, yeah, she is a performer for sure.
Yeah, so I don't think anyone goes to Taylor's shows or listens to her music because they think she's just Whitney Houston 2.0, right? Like,
Sure.
She's not Celine, she's not Whitney Houston. So I think she is just I think she's not just a but she is a performer.
I was going to say being a performer is not a bad thing. There's so many amazing singers who go nowhere.
Yeah. You got to put on a good show to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next name, Seth. You're going to start this one off. Ed Sheeran.
I would probably say, man, Ed's a tough one because I feel like, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like the last few albums haven't really been it. If I'm being honest, I think really started out his career high with, the A-Team. That was kind of the first single that broke him out. And then honestly, that like little collab album he put out, maybe like 2019, that had some absolute bangers on it too. But he is a really good singer too. Oh man, but the accent comes. I would say Vocalist, but I don't feel strongly about it.
I'm gonna weigh in on this. I'm gonna say he's just famous. I don't think Ed Sheeran does anything particularly well. I think he wrote a few good songs. I think maybe he's a great songwriter, but his performance is nothing to write home about. It's kind of like he does a lot of cool stuff, but I know a lot of people who can do what he does, that he just does it on a bigger stage.
His
Jake,
voice
what about
is
you?
unique though.
It's unique, but I don't think it's great.
I'm going Vocalist here, and it's kind of for what you're saying, Steve. The best Ed Sheeran you're gonna get is acoustic guitar Ed Sheeran sitting down, just singing. The shows aren't anything special. The best parts of the shows are when the acoustic guitar comes out and he just stands there and sings. He's a vocalist for sure. I mean, you can't put out the you can't have the track record of like truly really good singing that he has dating back to A-Team, being able to rap, sing, and actually have it sound good when so many people can't do that. He definitely is vocalist for me. It's pretty clear cut.
All right. So we got a little love from you two for Ed Sheeran.
I love that little ginger.
We were consensus on Taylor being a performer. Let's dive back into let's go Billie Eilish. Jake. Billie Eilish.
She's a vocalist. I want to say just famous. I've never seen a Billie Eilish concert, so I can't like confidently say performer just because I don't have the personal experience with it. The music videos are awesome. Great job. Does kind of lean just famous though, because she's one of those artists that like really could go like 5 or 10 years without putting something out and would still be in the limelight. Whereas like Ed Sheeran, when he's not really making music, he's just kind of vibing, which is what he wants. He loves the fact that he just makes music when he wants to make music.
He does.
But I'm going vocalist with Billie because that's how I found out about her, was just her singing. Like her voice is incredible. I love the style of singing that she really has popularized in a lot of ways.
Oh, see, I don't think it's singing at all. Like I think of Bad Guy, which is like her first hit, and it's just that white shirt and red.
Yeah, but that's not singing Billie. That's like saying that Ed Sheeran's
I think she just throws
his best.
I think she just throws a falsetto on and like sings very, very softly. And
I've seen so many videos where she doesn't do that, and it's so good.
I'm gonna say she's just famous. Seth, what about you?
It's just famous for me too. Yeah, kind of the same type of thing. Never really been a huge Billie like fan. I think she has a couple like bangers, absolutely. But it's just like the whole facade, right? Like I'm all in for people who want to, dress like they want to dress and look like they want to look. But it does feel like sometimes she is looking at those opportunities when she is on the red carpet or in public situations as opportunities to kind of, boost her up a little bit and bring her back in the headlines. So it's just famous for me. But I will say to Jake's point as well on vocalist, I haven't really heard her. Like I'd love to hear her maybe like do some covers or something, and then like of some of these iconic songs I know where I can really like maybe judge it. It's just the way a lot of her music sounds, I don't get the vocalist out of it, but I would be intrigued to hear it.
We almost need a Billie's version, like we got the Taylor's version of all Taylor's albums, and obviously Billie owns all her own music, so that isn't going to happen. But if we got like a Billie's version where she just give me like an acapella or like her and a ukulele. Phineas is on the corner playing a ukulele and a keyboard, and Billie's
that's my
just
favorite
belting.
song. My favorite song with her is the one when she's on the ukulele. Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I'm
still an Ocean Eyes fan. It's still her best song.
I need to hear her sing like a Celine Dion song to make sure she can actually sing. All right, next lead frontman, I guess I'll call him, was actually Seth's suggestion when I was discussing this. Is Adam Levine, Maroon 5's frontman. Seth, what do you put him as?
I mean, anyone who listened to that performance, at the Super Bowl a couple years ago, whenever
I heard it live. I was there live. It was rough. Yeah,
so you got to cross out vocalist and like. From what I've seen, the guy is a performer though, so I would probably give him performer. Seems like a very electric personality. He was great on TV when he had his run on American Idol as well, or The Voice, excuse me. So I would give him performer, but he's definitely crossing into that Just Famous tier, right on that line of it for me. What do you think, Jake?
He's Just Famous. It's a lot like, sorry if you can hear, it is storming like crazy. And so all I hear in my headphones repeating back to me is thunder. But he is a lot like Brendan Urie. Brendan Urie, once he like figured out what vibrato was, just used vibrato and then did it so poorly because he wasn't doing it right that he kind of like messed his voice up. That's Adam Levine with falsettos and with using a head voice. Like he got so into that because it worked in like 3 or 4 songs, but he didn't actually know what he was doing. If you listen to him singing 15 years ago, Vocalist for sure. Now Just Famous. Like that's why he's on The Voice and not making music really.
Yep. Nope. Adam Levine, no good. No good. Doesn't perform live well. His entire move set is to take his shirt off.
Whoever was writing their songs though, back in the mid to late 2000s,
they came out with good music early, and then something happened, and like I feel like right after Maps, which I liked, it all went downhill.
Yep. Agreed.
Right after Maps, it went downhill.
So like It Won't Be Soon Before Long, probably their most famous album, almost written entirely by Adam Levine.
Wow.
Now I got to click through like all of these albums and see where it stopped.
She Will Be Loved. Yeah. I mean, there's some Sunday
songs about Jane. Great album.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of my favorite Maroon 5 song. I mean, This Love is always a good one.
Wake Up Call. That's got to be.
Wake Up Call is a great one. I love that song too. Harder to Breathe is a sleeper.
Definitely once we got around like the Hands All Over era, it's no longer just him as the songwriter on most of the songs. There's definitely a lot more input from other people.
Yeah.
Which they're band members at least. It's not like they're outsourcing it, but it wasn't just Adam anymore.
I think they realized what was going to make them more money, and they just leaned so hard into like this like generic pop sound. It just ruined it all of it for me. All right.
Harder to Breathe. Their best song, by the way.
I like Harder to Breathe as well. Ready for a little bit of a controversial one, or as the British would say, controversy. Kurt Cobain.
I'll go performer. No, just famous.
He's just famous.
Yeah,
he's just famous. Let's be real. He's just famous. His vocals were not that great. If he didn't die, I don't think we're talking about him that much. I hate to say it.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's the same thing with the Beatles is kind of my whole thing with Nirvana. Like I recognize how influential they are to the music I listen to now. Not really a fan.
I don't even know, like, but here's the thing, right? Like Nirvana, yes, but like, it's not like Pearl Jam and REM and all these other bands weren't kind of doing the grunge thing at the same time.
But Nirvana gave you that feel that like gave you just a dirtier feel than those other bands did.
Sure. I think Nirvana did. I think Nirvana was definitely for the depressed.
Yeah, like they gave you that grungy, like if you think of the word grunge, like if you were to just say that in your real life, you'd be like, look at that grunge over there. Like Nirvana gave you that. Pearl Jam, little overproduced.
It's funny
R.E.M.
when I think of
really
I think of grunge music, I actually do think of Pearl Jam rather than Nirvana, which is very strange.
That's fair. I mean, you're picking one of the two most
I do
iconic
like a good grunge
people.
song though. Like I like a lot of like the.
Yeah, I love grunge music. I just don't love Nirvana. Never really got it. Sorry.
I don't have much of an opinion on this, but I do have like a side tangent. I once compared, I said the 90s Kurt Cobain is kind of similar to like our Mac Miller, right? As in like just iconicness and like how much they did for today's music. And that got shot down pretty hard. That was like a bad take, people thought. And
it's a bad take because Mac Miller was way better at what he was doing than Kurt Cobain was.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad take. I think people thought it was a bad take because
they were also from the 90s. They were also like grew up on Nirvana.
But we don't like, as a society, we don't like when people kind of disparage dead people all that much. And we put them like on this pedestal, like they have done nothing wrong their entire lives, and they were the great. Like everyone's like, Kurt Cobain was the greatest. This, that, the other. Kurt Cobain, first off, would have hated what Nirvana's become to people. Like outwardly despised the fans of Nirvana because he hated like consumerism. So I'm kind of out on Kurt Cobain. I think he's just famous. I think he was fine. I think he did a good job for what he needed to do. Last one, I'll leave you with this. Because I'm curious, and her picture is on our little banner down there. Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo. Jenny from the block.
It's got to be performer, right, Jake? I mean, I don't think her vocals are that good, and
They're not.
But how did she just become? I mean, to us in our minds now, I mean, J-Lo, I mean, how old is she, Steve? Like 50s? Is that
56? 56.
Yeah, so like now she is just famous, but I think at one point, I mean, she could swing those hips, baby, and I think she was absolutely a performer at one point.
I was gonna say I have to say performer because I know her music, but to me, she's an actress who does music. Like, and I know that's wrong, and it's just showing my youth, whatever. But like, I think of her as an art, like as an actress.
That's crazy because you're not young enough for like Jenny from the block not to have been a big part of your childhood.
But it wasn't, dude. I started listening to, like, I grew up on like hair metal, 80s, like 80s heavy metal. Like I grew up on.
Did you not have a radio? Like you didn't have a radio in your?
I did, but we listened to 101.9 FM The Mix, Chicago's alternative rock station.
Oh, all right. Well, I listen to Kiss 108, which is like the pop station here. I love a good rock band. Don't get me wrong. She is not a vocalist. Most of her early stuff is not her singing it. A lot of times it's just not. And so it's like her mixed with someone else. And so it creates like a good sound. She's a performer.
The Wedding Planner. That's where I think of J-Lo from, The Wedding Planner.
That's the movie you think of J-Lo from, The Wedding Planner, when 100%. Hustlers is right there for you?
I don't think I've ever watched Hustlers, to be honest with you.
Oh, so you missed out. It was a good performance.
Yeah,
maybe is that a musical or is that not a musical?
No, she plays like a stripper. It's a whole thing.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll look into it. I'm interested.
Funny enough, when I think of her my first exposure to her was watching Selena. So I think of her playing a different vocalist.
She played Selena, right? That's kind of where she got her start. That's what made her famous.
I think of her playing a famous vocalist who actually was a phenomenal vocalist.
Yes.
And she's a performer because she's an actress to me.
I've also heard J-Lo's just incredibly mean, which is so disappointing. I also like. Really? I've heard she's just a total witch.
Yeah. I know like 3 or 4 friends who have, again, they can put a mask on, take it off, but 4 or 5 different friends who have served her at various restaurants, and they've always said she's one of the nicer people that have come.
Have you ever met a famous person? Who's the most famous person you've run into? Like in the wild, without like having to pay to meet them? We just on being regular people.
See, this is where my brain goes. What's considered famous? Because Chicago, especially, it's a lot of athletes.
Like if you say their name, a lot of people who are watching the show will go, "Oh." Like for example, ready? I'll give you mine. Yeah. I was in Las Vegas, boop bopping around as one does, and I ran into a man. I saw a man who was sitting at a bar wearing head to toe Allen Iverson stuff, head to toe. And it was Allen Iverson.
He was wearing his own jersey.
That sounds like Allen. That sounds like SAI right there.
I've seen, weirdly enough, in Las Vegas, I've seen quite a few famous people. I was there when the USA men's basketball team was there, so I saw like Braun and Steph. But in the wild, I saw LL Cool J there, weirdly enough, and Allen Iverson wearing his own gear. I've also met and spoken with Chad Pennington, Kirk Herbstreit, as well. So they were friendly.
Yeah, sports wise would be Ernie Banks and Lou Piniella. Ran into them at the Walter Payton's restaurant about 10 minutes down the road from me about 10 years ago. That was pretty cool.
Like them. Those are cool.
My uncle was the tour manager for Bowling for Soup for a long time, so I've met all those guys.
Oh, that's neat.
All phenomenal dudes, great people, love all of them. And then I did shots with Dustin Lynch and Thomas Rhett at Country Thunder before they were a big deal. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's a cool story.
They were just walking.
Actors I've met.
Yeah, they were just.
I was extra on a few things, so I've met them through that.
Yeah, it counts. I met Barney. I auditioned for Barney when I was like 3.
The dinosaur?
Real? I was a big Barney guy. I was a big into Barney. So I
got to the point where I was acting with Barney. I barely remember this. I've been told after the fact.
Did he make it? Did he make any of the shows? Oh man, yeah. My kid will grow up on Barney. Last thing I'll leave you with: I did meet Michael Phelps when I was like definitely in 4th, 5th grade. We were staying in a hotel where all the Steelers players stayed in, and we saw tall white fellow walking towards us. And my cousin said, "Hey, go ask him if he's a receiver." And I asked him. He said, "Oh, I don't play that kind of sport," and walked out. And the manager came up and said, "Oh, that was Michael Phelps." Oh, geez. So, but very cool, very cool. And I definitely got the same, stoner vibes that he gives off today. So, Michael
I don't
Phelps.
play that kind of sport. You don't play a sport at all, Michael. Swimming's not a sport.
Oh, easy. He's the
It's a
best.
sport.
He's the best top 3 American
It's an
athlete of all
activity.
time. Top 3 American athlete of all time, baby.
No. I mean, yes, but no. Anything else? Anyone else you met, Seth? No one? No? Okay.
I mean, I met Franco Harris at a charity event that we were hosting a couple of years ago. That Franco's awesome. Fred Warner, met him a couple times at some events, also awesome. But most of those NFL guys and former NFL guys, RIP Franco. But yeah, most of them are all pretty cool.
Love it. All right. Well, we've reached that sad part of the show where we have to say goodbye.
We do.
If you have made it this far, congratulations. You've won nothing but our gratitude. Like, subscribe, share. Tell us how great we are. Tell us how good our hair looks. As you notice, we are 3 young adults that are not balding. That's rare enough.
Yeah,
on the
looking
internet
pretty
these
good.
days.
Looking pretty good, guys.
Like,
Good
that's
for
impressive
us.
these days.
Let's go.
For myself, for Seth Woolcock, for Jake Parry, this has been another episode of Popcorn and Root Beer. Leave your comments below for the best VMA moments. Leave your comments below if we hit it perfectly. Let us know if we did terrible. Let us know things you want us to talk about going forward and movies you want to see featured on the show. Like, subscribe, share. Again, my name's Steve Lawson, and this was another episode of Popcorn and Root Beer. Until next time, take care.